So I caught a case of the Rona. Woke up yesterday morning with chills and fever and achy joints and a cough and all that stuff. So yeah, I got tested yesterday and I got the COVID-19. So I'm on lockdown for a couple of weeks with the fam.
Been the last 2 weeks without Pete and Amanda.
How'd we do?
We did pretty good. We missed them, but we did good. We hit our numbers for the most part.
Okay.
The whole place did. We kept it up and running and did what we do every day. But it was weird for 2 weeks not having them here. We missed their personality as much as we miss seeing them daily because we're so used to it. So. It was a long 2 weeks.
I think we did okay. I think we had a little practice last year in terms of being able to pivot. You know, when the pandemic hit and we had to rearrange lines and this and that, and so I think we're used to moving quickly. You think of the simplest things like check signing and banking relationships, and what happens when you have to physically distance now and you're no longer able to do things like that like you used to be able to do. So we had to put a whole new layer of processes in place. Quickly, we did that, and so from an operational perspective, from my perspective as CFO, we were able to really move without skipping a beat. It just took some doing, but everybody pitched in. Everybody worked a little bit harder. And, as we grow, it's going to be more like that. You know, these guys are not going to be able to be involved in every single effort. So I think we did okay.
Factory did amazing while I was gone. They killed it. All of the targets were met. People came in, good attitudes. It was company-wide for sure. My biggest lesson learned at home was decentralized command. Being able to detach and trust the system. That was hard. My big goal, putting asses in seats.
More orders?
Yes.
More Americans employed?
Yes.
Sounds good.
I think Amanda's needed more than I am because she runs, like production and customer service, and she's here all the time. Mm-hmm. So the way that the company split up is, Amanda's the COO of the apparel division, and Brian's the COO of the nutritional division, and Andy is the COO of the footwear division. So they have a lot more kind of their hooks into what's going on in the day to day. I used to have a lot more of my hooks in, but I've decentralized from that a lot more. So she was working, I don't know, first thing in the morning till 8, 9 at night every day while she was on COVID lockdown, because she still answers emails directly, as part of customer service. She's doing so much shit. So she was constantly communicating with the factory. She did lose her taste. She hasn't gotten it back yet. Yeah, that's weird, man. Losing taste. I didn't know I had lost taste. I was sick. I was sick in bed for a few days. And Amanda brought me in some toast with butter on it, and I went and bit into it. And I was just like, this is gonna be delicious. Delicious. Bro, it tasted like I was eating a wet sock. And I don't even know what a wet sock tastes like, but I'm telling you what, that felt like a wet sock.
What we got going on?
Right now I'm actually tying on the next warp. I actually got it all tied on. Right now I'm working on passing the knots through the machine so that you don't actually get any knots in your jacket when it's woven.
How long have I been working here? Since the beginning. We had 4 employees when I started working here.
So when did you start working on loops?
Yesterday. Well, back when we were in the old factory, used to work on looms. But our esteemed colleague Cam is having a baby in February, so down here in the bunker, we got to get a couple people up to speed, make sure we can keep these running, keep fabric coming, while he is entering paternal bliss. This is a new high-speed loom. Definitely still working out some bugs. There's some tension differences between the different colored yarns, and we actually just switched this one over to black. So we're still working out some of the tension issues, but in general, it's running. It's a process. There, they need to be finessed.
We're going through this growth, another growth spurt. I know you've heard me talk about it a million times, but like our growth is crazy and we aren't scaling as fast as we need to. So we're in the process of hiring 10 people for Q1 for production, and then we're going to hire another 10 people. So we're going to add 20 people to production because we need to get the jeans scaled to 50,000 a year run rate, which means we need to be able to make 200 pairs a day.
So we have some ads running right now that actually have the old packaging of our Jocko Fuel products. So I'm just trying to go through basically every Jocko Fuel product we have, kind of redo the imagery for it, just so we have some more fresh and up-to-date packaging.
It's basically a cranes in movies, and you see those shots that like go down to a character and then they're like talking. It's a miniature version of that. So with this one, I gotta have it going down as they pour the powder into the cup, and it hopefully will follow the motion of the powder. So I'll give this a shot. And that's it. And then 75 shots later, we have a ad, product video, whatever you want to call it.
Hands in Daylight podcast coming back. Let's go.
So there's stone walls in the woods everywhere in Maine. And I said, man, how did they build those stone walls? And he said, hands in daylight. You either did or you died.
2021 looks incredibly outrageous in terms of doubling what we did in 2020. Think of everything we did in 2020, right? Think of everything we did on the nutritional side, the launching of Vitamin Shop, the introduction of Wawa, introduction of a number of new products. Over here, the introduction of new products, the pivoting to masks, everything that we did. Think all that and then double it. Double it in terms of intensity, double it in terms of revenues, of widgets sold, and even from a planning perspective, which is my world, how we position ourselves to be able to get there. So we proved a lot last year to a lot of us, and now we need to take that proof and build from it. And it's going to be a crazy year, but it's going to be great.